Hey bros, what's doing? Packy Ghost here. Today we're talking about this huge drama when it comes to Windscribes Unlimited Pro. I've been seeing this make waves in the community. Even since making this article, it seems like it's kind of been iterated on. Basically, people are upset because they're getting banned from Windscribe. As you can see here, talking about being banned for using too much data. Now, the community does seem to be split on this unless you're one of the shills or mods in the Discord server. But most people seem to be split on this because Windscribe does advertise their service as unlimited. As of now, if you go to the pricing page, you could see their main plan here, which does say unlimited data, infinite protection. As of now, there's still not an asterisk, there's still not anything to say this is not unlimited data. At the end of the day, all that matters is they're saying you're gonna have unlimited data and they are not giving you unlimited data. Now, that would be a thing if it was from some other VPN like NordVPN, Surfshark, CyberGhost, Hotspot Shield, or some other VPN that is known to kind of falsely advertise or say things that they don't actually do. But the reason people are upset with Windscribe is because it is known as one of those VPNs who's always moral grandstanding, how they're better than other VPNs in most every other way. So when they have something like this, the community goes nuts. And rightfully so, I think, to be honest. The main point of this, though, is that Windscribe has had a number of users over the years of using the network, downloading too much stuff, basically terabytes or petabytes per month, and it's kind of having an adverse effect on the network. So Windscribe, what they decided to do is to start banning people without warning. Of course, people got upset and started complaining. Windscribe had to kind of do PR, explain why they started doing this, start apologizing to people, and kind of that's where we are today. But according to the article, they claim that no service is actually unlimited. So if that's true, why are you still advertising it as unlimited? So I have a problem with that. They say it's unlimited for reasonable personal use, but again, there is no asterisk on their website. They say they've had this policy for a while, but they've never enforced it. So yeah, it's basically the thing. They also specifically say torrent seeding is not personal use. So for all you shields out there who are saying Windscribe is one of the best VPNs for torrenting because that is port forwarding and use port forwarding primarily for seeding, well, I guess that throws Windscribe out the window. There isn't really too much apologizing going on here. It's just kind of defending themselves, which some people do seem to pick up here on the subreddit. This guy seems to be pretty upset. He says no service that offers unlimited is really unlimited. Other VPNs also say unlimited and still impose limits or restrictions. Whataboutism and a wrong one at that. So I do agree with this guy. And they're saying because other VPNs kind of false advertise unlimited, it's okay that they do. This is how people have gotten away with more than 8 petabytes per month. Yes, you read that right, 8 petabytes in 1 month on one account. He correctly points out this is probably an edge case, poor monitoring, and incident response. I honestly don't understand why Windscribe has been letting this happen. Honestly, for accounts like this that have been doing this for years, they should have specifically told those users, hey, you're not allowed to download this much. This is a warning. But I guess at the end of the time, it does kind of show that the network is in some way logging data used by users, which is also not a good look. Now, it doesn't have to be de-anonymizing users, but it is kind of monitoring the network, and maybe some people might not like that. This guy kind of agrees with me. He says if you can't sell unlimited, don't promote unlimited. So that there are a lot of other people in here kind of agreeing with Windscribe. Like I said, this community always has kind of been quick to defend Windscribe. Because it's just kind of the community is. If there's like a huge hack, they'll say, hey, it's not that bad. Other VPNs have had the other hacks. If the code is not written well, the CEO would just say, hey, we're doing the best we can or something like that. There's been security issues in the past, like let me show you. As you can see here, there was a serious issue a number of years ago where the servers were not properly encrypted. As you see here, Jaguar was once again doing a whataboutism. We could have said nothing at all, like most other providers who had identical incidents. Express, PA, Torguard, and Nord, who are actually compromised and hid this fact. So honestly, Windscribe didn't really seem to reveal it in that timely either. And I do remember at the time there was people were kind of upset Windscribe didn't, reveal it earlier. But again, they're just kind of, saying other people did this worse. So yeah. And the team at Privacy Guides kind of defended themselves, saying reason it was included because the private keys weren't encrypted, and nor were they. So overall, what are my final thoughts on this issue? Well, I do think Windscribe needs to make a change here. The fact they still haven't just goes to show why this entire issue was a problem in the first place. Mainly, I don't think even the issue is if they're doing anything wrong necessarily. I think Windscribe's PR team, even not just from me, but from other people, they just don't really know how to talk to other people. They're probably a bunch of autists who only know how to code. And they just don't have very good PR skills, kind of blaming other VPNs, blaming other people, blaming people messing up their network, when at the end of the day, they should have been doing this over a number of years, sending warnings to people, telling people to stop doing this, and kind of controlling their network better. And now it just seems like everything's kind of blown up in their face. And I do think that they need to fix this again, like I said. So overall, those are my opinions. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And also, if you plan on using Windscribe for seeding or poor forwarding, yeah, he can't do that anymore.